there are so many of us, I mean, especially men, who are so ignorant about what a woman goes through during pregnancy. I mean, someone like me, a little more aware, little more, I would say, tuned into a woman's emotional needs,
Yeah.
requirements, insecurities, because I've had very open conversations with women and really regard their opinions on it. What you did in the film Good News, the scene that you actually spoke about, ironically, is very close to so many of the aspects that your book covers. When you tell the
Yeah.
character in the film, Akshay's character in the film, about like you don't know anything that a woman goes through. You really
Exactly.
go. There are mood swings. Your body changes. You can't eat what you need to. Like everything, there's swelling in your feet and
Yeah.
your everything. Your body just goes through a metamorphosis. Um,
Yeah.
when you talk about those things, and I don't address this to you as an artist, as an actor, Kareena, I tell you this as address this as a woman. When you stare at yourself and see your body change, when literally when you are staring at yourself, in the mirror with the way the body evolves and changes during a pregnancy, what does that make you feel? And what is my second question to that is, what is your advice to women out there who go through those deep rooted insecurities, staring at themselves in the mirror during their pregnancy moments?
I've had those moments, especially in with my second pregnancy. I think when I came back from the hospital and I looked at myself in the mirror, I thought that, okay, this is, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to, like, be okay. And being an actor, you do have a part of you, not that it's not vanity. It's about, wanting to just, feel like, okay, fine, I'm fit and I can be back again on my toes. I thought I'll never be able to. Like, I was like, there was obviously fear of breastfeeding, that, because I wasn't getting enough when I delivered Jay. So there was a lot of mental distress that I was going through at that time.
Right.
Then I felt like my body had stretched. My feet were feeling like 100 kgs. Like, I felt like, oh my God, because this pregnancy, Karan, was very difficult compared to Taimur's. Taimur's was a breeze. I loved it. I enjoyed it. And that
Right.
actually gave me the courage to do it again. But this time was very, very different. And I mean, I had more bouts of, where I would probably just, like, sit down on the on the pot and be like, I don't think I can do this. So I don't think, anything is going to be okay. And obviously it's also like, I feel expectant mothers who deliver after, when you deliver, I think the first 15, 20 days, there's not enough sleep. You don't know. It's also like you're delirious. You don't really know exactly what's happening, because
Right.
there's just so much pressure. And so when you get that moment alone in the bathroom and you look at yourself, I think you just think that, okay, I don't know what's going to happen. But, of course, as time goes on and, you have love and support and help, like, whether from mom, Lolo, Seth, everyone, I think, then it just gets better and better. And when you look at, your son or daughter and you have that moment of just, you know, your child and you, I think it just changes everything.
So, Karina, back to your feelings of insecurity and how you felt. So, were there moments where there were lots of breakdowns, Len? There were like breakdowns. Did you feel like a little emotionally battered in moments as well? You found yourself weak and crying and like lost in this process.
Yeah, I think so, because this, like I said, the second time when I delivered Jay was in February. I was worried that I was going into a hospital.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I was like, what's going to happen in, the OT? Is it going to be okay? Because you were hearing so many stories constantly, in COVID times, and it was the peak of COVID. Um, just that worry of even carrying him out for the first time out of the hospital, it was just overwhelming to know that,
Yeah.
is it okay? I mean, we can be masked, he can't be masked. Is everything going to be fine? So I think it was all of that combination. And a lot of issues that we forget is that after delivery, we obviously, everyone's focused on the child, everyone's focused on the baby, but I feel that the most important person is the mother. We need to actually, she needs the most support, which I
Yes.
think people, tend to forget, whether it's friends or family. They're just excited in looking at the baby and, wow, amazing. But no one's looking at us. So I think that is something that fathers and families shouldn't forget.
What about pregnancy blues, Karina? How did you address those days where there were downer days. There were those what we call quintessentially as pregnancy blues. How did you address those days? Was it also family support, love and care, or just distance from everyone? How did you address it?
Uh, you know, it's not like it's just pregnancy blues in the first. I think they're there, they last the entire year. You know, it's not like now every day is like amazing. Even now, I mean, there are days of fear. So, that's just the way I feel. But I try to push myself. I'm the kind of person that, likes to get out of the situation and take that challenge. That's just the
Right.
way, I am as a person, as everybody knows. So even if I'm down, or even if I'm feeling like, I'm tired or I can't do this anymore, I obviously think of, happier things. I think of happier times. I think of, Jay sleeping. I look at him, and I'm like, okay, everything is worth it. Everything will be worth it.
Right.
And, I mean, I still do that. And I miss him, like, sometimes now when I go to work also. Even now, mothers have constant guilt. It's just a guilt syndrome that all mothers will, they just have it. They constantly feel that even if you're at work, oh my God, I'm missing out on that one moment. uh, I want to be there for everything. I just want to say that, if you're not happy, your child can't be happy. So,
Yes.
that we shouldn't,
Absolutely.
there should never be any guilt about that.
Well said about that. Well said.